It's game day, Packer Nation.
Game day, Bucs Nation.
Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady for the NFC Championship game.
Sunday, game day for Tampa Bay in Green Bay, where pride still matters. A way of life, a devout faith in the Pack, the Bucs. The treasure of two cities. With this in common, the football will be snapped to a future Hall of Famer. 2 men, 7 Lombardis, a lifelong quest to be the best.
It's 78 degrees right here in Tampa Bay.
Temperatures in the 20s. It's what we call football weather here in Green Bay.
Their presence renders the cold warmer across the tundra, the sunshine brighter along the Gulf Coast. Anticipation, expectation, a fervor head to toe.
We are moments away from kickoff at Lambeau Field.
Whatever you're doing right now, wrap it up because it's go time.
A showdown in Titletown for the NFC crown on Fox.
All right, 2 legends getting ready for something they've never done. Tom Brady's playing in an NFC title game for the first time. It's his 14th championship contest overall in his 21-year career, and a win would get him into a record 10th Super Bowl. But to get there, he has to outduel Aaron Rodgers, who, for the first time in his career, gets to host an NFC championship game in the elements, at home, in one of the most legendary venues in all of sports, Lambeau Field. So icons abound as we get you ready for a dynamic matchup to crown the champion of the NFC. It's Brady and the Bucs against Rodgers and the Pack. The winner moves on to Super Bowl 55. So why don't we get it rolling here on one and only Built Ford Tough Fox NFL Sunday pregame show, brought to you by the Ford F-Series, the official truck of the National Football League. Come on in and stay a while, folks. I'm Kurt Menefee. Thank you for joining us. And a special thanks to Delroy Lindo for opening up today's broadcast. His movie, Defying Bloods, is streaming right now on Netflix.
Broken Arrow.
He's a great, great actor.
Just getting it in there.
Yeah, that's how he got to start with you, right?
Oh, my God.
You know. Hey, guys, we got Terry and Howie here. Michael and Jimmy will join us in just a second.
Welcome to the NFC Championship game presented by Intuit TurboTax Live, and welcome to Lambeau Field. There's snow on the ground. The temperature is below freezing, and look at that matchup, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers. And now welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Joe Buck. That is Troy Aikman, and we can't wait for this game to unfold in front of our eyes. We know you feel the same way. And let's just say this, sir. At the end of a season unlike any other, it just doesn't get any better than what we're about to see with Aaron Rodgers taking on Tom Brady.
This is really good, and I know everybody's been looking forward to it since last weekend's games. I know that I am, and I think the good thing about it is both these quarterbacks are playing the best that they have all season long. In fact, both teams have really hit their stride down the stretch, and for the Packers, the best part about what they're doing right now, really offensively, is they're running the football, and that has served them really well down the stretch. And it's going to be important again in this game today against Tampa, because when you look at the Tampa Bay defense and what they were able to do last week against the Saints and getting pressure after Drew Brees, that they're going to have to be able to balance things out and slow down this pass rush, and they're going to have to be able to run the football well with Aaron Jones again this afternoon.
Well, we're about to find out who will represent the NFC in Super Bowl 55 in Tampa, Florida. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Buccaneers, Packers, coming up. National anthem up next.
Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
28-degree day. Wind at 9 miles per hour. Partly cloudy, as Aaron said. The sun is out, and it's shining on the Bucs sideline. Spanish language broadcast available today on Fox Deportes.
Championship Sunday continues tonight on CBS with the AFC Championship game, presented by Intuit TurboTax Live. Stream games on mobile with the Yahoo Sports and NFL apps.
Today's game is sponsored by Burger King. Enjoy the Bacon King, available now only at Burger King.
Well, back in 01 when a 24-year-old Tom Brady was making his championship game debut. En route to an eventual Super Bowl win, Aaron Rodgers was a senior at Pleasant Valley High School in Chico, California, set a single-season total yards record over 2,400.
Oh, I was wondering how far that was going to go. All right, welcome in. Hello, here we are. It is, what is this, match day 18? We're at the finals now, match day 18 out of a total of 20. We are in the very home stretch now. Finals day today. This bracket is not the finals bracket. This is the main bracket. Sprite and Colin is, of course, our Super Bowl matchup coming up in just 2 short broadcasts. And then Joe and Adam, of course, is our third place match. But here we are at the finals bracket. Let me make that more in frame. Last time we saw Jacob put the hurt on my Rams, which was a very appropriate way for them to end this tournament and no longer exist. So, but yeah, now we've got the championship of the finals bracket, which is Preston and Gibby, the 4 seed and the 2 seed. Both strong offenses in their own right. Both with unfortunate, how did they go? They both went out. Both with somewhat unfortunate bids here in round 2. Preston was predicted to be pretty close with Sprite, but on the actual given Sunday, Sprite's Colts just went off. And then Gibby and Colin was also projected to be a lot closer. I think Gibby was even favored, but then suffered our only shutout of the tournament to the hands of Colin, 34-0, en route to his Super Bowl berth here. But after that, they took care of business on their sides of the bracket in the finals bracket, destroying both my Rams and Jacob's Patriots. And here they are to do battle once again. Quick look at the Niners bracket just to remind us how it went. We go Rob, Crayon, Conair in that order. Congrats again to those who were successful in that right. But yeah, Preston Gibby, that's the eyes on the prize today. Let's take a look at these rosters. Madden overall-wise, both 86. I think those are the highest in the tournament, tied for the highest. So that's obviously driven by these 2 stud quarterbacks that we got up in this match. On the Packers side of the ball, he's got Patrick Mahomes. I believe that is a long-term hold for Preston, as I think he's probably got some good keeper value on Mahomes at this point. Running back-wise, we're going to see Aaron Jones doing all of it. All of it. He's going to be the bell cow. We might see a little bit of Devin Singletary in to spell him if he gets tired, but otherwise it's the Aaron Jones party today. So that won't look too weird with the Packers 33. And then at wide receiver, we're going to see, I think, these top 4 guys at various points. Devontae Adams, of course, still in Packers green and gold here for the purposes of our tournament. Now in real life, a Las Vegas Raider. DeAndre Hopkins, Michael Thomas, and DK Metcalf. We'll see a bit of him as well. So a 4-man setup. I think the way that works out is that Metcalf goes outside when we got 2 slot receivers. So look out for 14. He's a big boy. He's fast. And then, of course, Christian Kirk, just since I'm thinking about it, he's on kick and punt return duty. So we'll see him show up from time to time as well on special teams. At tight end, Noah Fant is our only guy, and then 2 filler guys after that. Defense, the higher rated one is the team's namesake. That is the Green Bay Packers. And the Raiders kicker, Daniel Carlson, comically drafted high by the Vikings and then cut way too soon. Recently got an extension to be one of the more highly paid kickers in the league. So classic Minnesota Vikings in handling kickers, right? Over on the home side of the ball, we've got Gibby's Buccaneers. He is sticking with the actual team's quarterback, one of 2 teams to do that. The other one is in the championship, so maybe there's something to that, having a quarterback paired with their own playbook. But Tom Brady, 99 overall in the 99 club here, doing the quarterback stuff. Running back-wise, we're going to see a mix of Mark Ingram and Gus Edwards. Gus Edwards, as we recall throughout this tournament, has been shockingly effective on the ground. Tends to run through people more than you'd expect for someone of 78 overall stature. Wide receiver-wise, we're going to see mostly the top 3 guys here, DJ Moore, Odell Beckham Jr., and Marvin Jones Jr. Maybe a little bit of Emmanuel Sanders if anyone gets tired, but for the most part, it's going to be those 3. Tight end, we got 2 rostered, Austin Hooper and Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith will be wearing 85 instead of his traditional 81, just because of how numbers work, because Hooper got 81. Defensive namesake, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, of course. And at kicker, I believe, yeah, they're both rostered, I promise, but I think Butker does all this stuff, so we won't see Mason Crosby at all. So, Kansas City Chiefs kicker, Harrison Butker. Cool, let's do the damn thing. Take these down. jump into here. Quick presentation, 12-minute quarters, and 15-second accelerated clock. Let's do it. I think I mentioned that I was expecting these two offenses to do stuff, which I still kind of am, but in the kind of staging game, if you will, Preston's Packers. Oh, that was fun. That kickoff hit the crossbar. Preston's Packers. I have them favored by 9.5 points because I don't know, I think the defense absolutely shut down the Buccaneers offense. I don't know why, I don't know how, it just happened. And then I had the over-under at 45.5 because the Buccaneers offense didn't hold up their end of the deal. So, obviously hoping for that to be an inefficient line. Ooh, quick starts. Shaq Barrett getting back in the backfield and taking down Mahomes. 8-yard loss on the play. But yeah, to wrap up that thought, looking for this to actually be an offensive showdown. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
That's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Another try after the first down sack.
Vita Vea this time, 2 straight plays where the Buccaneers defense is getting to the man with the ball, Patrick Mahomes. 3rd and 26 upcoming, not the ideal start for the Packers they were looking for.
Talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games. Feels like this defense had their script together on this one, and their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
Oh no, Creed Humphrey.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a
that is the center for the Chiefs in real life, so obviously on the Packers side. Hopefully he'll be back from that injury quickly. They typically are in this format. But a nice 15-yard gain on the play, but too little too late after taking 2 sacks. So 4th and 11, Packers going to start this first drive off with a 3 and out, thanks in no small part to the Buccaneers defense.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. DJ Moore is back deep waiting for it. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay.
So out comes Tom Brady and his Buccaneers. Slightly different than his real-life Buccaneers.
Brady and the Bucs now with a first.
We'll see what they got here.
At their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Brady. And he will find the open man. It's DJ
First play, a completion over the, well, not quite over the middle, but for 9.5-ish yards, DJ Moore. They're going to credit him with 10 there. It's a 2nd and inches. Already a much stronger start than the opponents here.
A good gain on first, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On play action, it's Brady. And that falls to the ground.
Throwing the ball high to Johnny Smith there. He gets 2 hands on it, but gets it knocked out via contact on the way down. 3rd and inches upcoming. Fits me. I'm feeding the Gus bus here.
And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. On play action, now Brady.
Oh, we're going for it all here. Got him alone on the sideline, but the pass drags him out of bounds. Odell Beckham cannot keep his feet in, at least the Madden version of him. We've seen Odell do some crazy sideline stuff in his career, but not at this moment. An unfortunate ball that, if not too far to the sideline, could have easily been a touchdown. Now instead, they will punt their first drive of the game.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see some.
Wow, that was a miserable punt. Went out of bounds at the 33-yard line. That's awful. Bradley Pinion, shame on you. If that's still their punter, I didn't look. Packers with a bit of a gift to start this drive, and Aaron Jones taking the first ball up the middle for a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 upcoming.
Packers
looking to capitalize on this field position they were gifted.
shotgun snap to Mahomes. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not
Big pitch and catch to Devontae Adams. 15 yards. Thank you, Madden, for calculating that for me. 15 yards on the catch, getting past midfield, and a new set of downs.
He waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He's got his all-pro
Michael Thomas this time on the slant route. If the media is to be believed, that is his favorite. But 21-yard gain, mainly after the catch. Good for another Packers first down, now up to the 25-yard line.
But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays.
It is pretty crazy that these two, both these two teams lost in the round of 8, right, the quarterfinals. 2 of the teams that were eventually to be ending up in the Super Bowl. So it's entirely possible that them playing for 5th place is a bit of a farce based on the strength of these two teams. I know Preston would agree with that sentiment, and I'm sure it would not take a lot to convince Gibby of it either.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Oh, spoke too soon. Antoine Winfield getting himself in between the ball and the receiver. Gets the interception there. So Buccaneers ball on their own 21. This game's getting spicy.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll work this forward.
First run of the game for Mark Ingram there. Gets himself 3 yards before going down.
From an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From the 24, Brady. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And Jones has it over the middle. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down.
Nice 3rd down conversion there, finding the short pass to Marvin Jones on the left. And that gets the required 1 yard, and then a couple more. 3-yard reception. Good for a first down.
We hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
DJ Moore can consider himself lucky there. Jair Alexander diving on that play, nearly getting an interception back for the Packers. But instead the ball falls incomplete. 3rd and 6 for the Buccaneers upcoming.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
They go screen. This is
Designed screenplay nearly works, but Ingram finds himself in front of his blockers sooner rather than later and gets himself stopped in the open field. 4-yard gain on the play, but 4th and 2 upcoming. Buccaneers on their own 41-yard line at the moment. They will probably opt to punt this one away. So indeed, that over-under that was set for this game at 45.5 is looking appropriate as we've had a defensive showdown for the first quarter of play up to this point. Significantly better punt this time, just just a little too much, and it carries into the end zone, so it will be a touchback to the 20-yard line, but that was nearly one of those 1-yard stunners.
But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A give to Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his tight end Fant.
Noah Fant with the reception that will cause a new set of downs for the Packers. Great 3rd down conversion there by Mahomes and the gang. The last drive was showing tons of signs of life up until the interception. So, you know, I think if you're rooting for the Packers here, you hope that they keep that up just without the interceptions, and they might be golden at the moment.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This is the tight end Fant. He'll get only
a couple plays in a row designed for Noah Fant, it seems. One with his momentum carrying him out of bounds for an incompletion. The next one being basically a check down for 3 yards. So 3rd and 7 upcoming. Want to see a little more verticality. But obviously prefer to just get the first down here and then maybe really test the deep ball later.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes.
Oh, goodness. Mahomes nearly throwing another interception there. That time to, I didn't catch the name, 27. I suspect that might not actually be their normal number. So I had to change a lot of the DB numbers to fit in the offensive players. But Mahomes got to consider himself lucky there. That was a potential pick 6 type of interception. And the Packers punt. Well, the Packer punter punts. And the Buccaneers will go again. 11 minutes down in this first quarter of play, and we are still 0-0.
Take over with a new set of downs. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing to start the drive. Brady. And it's incomplete.
Oh my gosh, that ball bouncing off those hands, nearly intercepted. Brady lucky to consider that one falling incomplete, I suppose. 2nd and 10 upcoming. Yeah, this has been a very impressive defensive showing so far.
2nd and 10. Draw play. Ingram now. And he gets this one just
great vision and execution on that run from Mark Ingram. Turns what could have been a stop in the backfield into a massive lane, into a nice juke that gets the extra, I don't know, 3-4 yards out of it. New set of downs.
So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside, but it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside.
When it works, it works. Feed him again, I guess. Mark Ingram 4 yards this time. Doesn't quite shake that last man that could have broken that run open, but 4 yards on first down is that's generally considered a success, I believe.
Trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Does not get the extra snap off, so that will bring us to the end of the first quarter, all tied up 0-0. Yeah, interesting game so far. Really feels chess matchy.
Now in Tampa Bay, it's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Now Brady. Complete. Smith has it.
Those like tight end out momentum dump offs are not fun. 1 yard on the gain for Johnny Smith this time before he falls out of bounds. But 3rd and 5 now when, you know, I don't know, they just routinely just don't work. It only works if the ball gets delivered early enough and the tight end can actually stop and turn. Okay, Odell this time on the crosser route, catches it and runs past the 1st down marker up to midfield. New set of downs for the Buccaneers, 1st down upcoming.
To say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball.
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
From midfield, here's Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore.
Thrown behind DJ Moore, but he does the 360 no-scope grab and falls forward after getting tackled. Total of 24-ish yards on the play. They are now up to the 26-yard line of the Green Bay Packers.
And grab the completion for a really good pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Brady again.
Well, misses the receiver wide left. Luckily, no defensive back in that immediate area. That was a dangerous one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith.
Johnny Smith with a nice stiff arm after the catch there. Gets himself 9 yards on the play. 3rd and 1 now onto the Packers 17, officially in the red zone.
And they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the 1st with Edwards. And he'll have the 1st down.
First carry of the game for Gus Edwards, and that will be enough to get the 1st down. 3 yards on the play. Had opportunity for more, but you have to be happy with the 3rd down conversion on the play. 1st and 10 now from the Packers' 14-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Brady. And finding the tight end Hooper.
Austin Hooper apparently getting that that telekinetic message from Brady that the ball was headed to him. Happens to just turn over his left shoulder, and there it is. 4-yard gain on the play before his momentum takes him out of bounds. 2nd and 6 upcoming.
Because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle. You put it
Throwing into traffic, but DJ Moore comes away with the ball. That will be enough to get himself up to the 2-yard line and a new set of downs. 1st and goal for Brady and the Buccaneers.
Pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Here's Brady.
There it is. Brady finds DJ Moore out in front of his man, catches it in the end zone, and the Buccaneers strike first here in the 2nd quarter.
There to make the grab, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he is out of bounds.
Great first play there. 14-yard gain to a falling Michael Thomas over on the sideline. New set of downs immediately. Packers drive. Coming alive early.
Catching it with your hands or cradling it. Comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet. Doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf. Those and down he
Mahomes trying to make something out of nothing, and Shaq Barrett says that's all the time you get. 7-yard loss on the sack. 2nd and 17 now for the Packers.
These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Steps away to his left, and he'll slide to a halt here.
Devin White's mere presence causes Mahomes to give himself up there. 11-yard scramble, very nice run on the play. 3rd and 6 upcoming.
We're going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
Completes it to Fant on the right side.
Completion to Noah Fant that gets himself over the first down line. So a converted 3rd down there for the Packers. Keeping the drive alive after that big sack to start that set of downs.
Made sure the quarterback saw him and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
Finds an open Devontae Adams near the sideline. Again, this drive keeps on moving now up to the 30-yard line of the Buccaneers.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Oh, but Shaq Barrett now got a hat trick of sacks on the day. Mahomes goes down again, losing another 7 yards on the play. That's the 4th sack by this Tampa Bay defense today.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag.
Is that a false start on top of everything? Creed Humphrey, well, at least he's back in the game, so that's a good thing. But false start there, so 2nd and 22 now upcoming. Packers doing themselves no favors here.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. The give is to Jones.
This time Devin White getting into the backfield. Yes, 2-yard loss on the tackle. 3rd and 24 now. If I'm the Packers, I think I might just play to get Carlson a little bit more in range here.
His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Nearly gets his head taken off a 5th time, but tosses it over to Michael Thomas, who catches it, and it gets about 6 yards on the play. But those 6 yards might make all the difference for Daniel Carlson here. I think this is a doable field goal for him. Not for all kickers in this tournament, but Carlson, if there's not too much wind in his face, should be able to just make this.
He's got the distance, but it's no good.
Oh, barely to the right. That was a tough one, but it was doable, but it was a tough one. So, props for trying. Now the Buccaneers take over in pretty good field position on their own 45.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Throwing on first down is Brady. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's brought down.
One thing of note there, with Tampa Bay having so much momentum, I think I saw that little hand with a lightning bolt in it at the top, right over the TB logo on the, or the TB lettering on the score box there. That one, zoned in, home players evolved in touchdowns or takeaways, enter the zone. So by way of having that much momentum and throwing a touchdown pass to DJ Moore, Brady gets in the zone, but he also dropped the ball. Alex Capum finding his way over to jump on it. So loss of 16 on the play, but Tampa retains possession. And that might have knocked Brady out of the zone. But my point was, while they're at this level of momentum, that's a very dangerous skill for the Buccaneers to be able to use.
Second and a country mile. Throwing now is Brady. And this throw incomplete.
Jump ball to the sideline. Those don't often work in this Madden. Odell Beckham getting the ball slapped out of his hands on the play. So 3rd and 26 upcoming.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And Ingram drops the ball through contact on the catch. So 4th and 26 upcoming. Ball will be coming right back to the Packers. And they'll get to continue, or, somewhat of where they left off. 2:21 left in the half, so this is going to be a 2-minute drill style drive here.
He's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 22, Mahomes. And his throw's going to be
27 getting an arm in there. Was that Jamel Dean? Okay, I was suspecting that was Jamel Dean. He usually wears 35, but I had to give that to Gus Edwards. So Jamel Dean now involved on 2 plays that were notable enough for me to wonder who he was. Good pass breakup on that play. 3rd and 5 upcoming for the Packers.
Now here's Mahomes.
Jamel Dean with yet another breakup there. So 4th and 5 now. Packers not exactly doing the 2-minute drive that we were expecting out of them. But minute 52 on the clock. Punt incoming. Now the Buccaneers got a shot to do it. I can't remember who started with the ball. I want to say it was the Packers. So this would be a massive score if the Buccaneers were to put it in the end zone here before half.
Best of the day. Returning it is Moore. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Darnell Savage just flipping Marvin Jones while he tries to make that jumping catch. Needless to say, did not hold on to it.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Brady.
Marvin Jones making up for it this time. Catches it between two guys, turns upfield, and gets enough for the new first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Brady's throw there complete. And a result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts.
That magic 101 mark is found, and the Buccaneers will use their first timeout of the half.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Again, they'll throw with Brady. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more.
Ooh, second timeout used already. Ball is up to midfield now after that DJ Moore catch. First down, but 50 yards to go and only 1 timeout left to use.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ingram. That'll go for a gain.
7-yard gain this time. The dink and dunk plays aren't going to get you into the end zone with this sort of situation. So let's see how they decide to start moving their feet.
Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Again, it's Brady.
No DPI? Oh man. That was a good attempt. For some reason, no player made contact with the ball, which was a little shocking, but Jair Alexander seems to think it's because he's locking him up. So maybe that's the reason why. Either way, I think they're playing for the field goal at this point.
But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Brady. Man open, here is Jones.
Quick timeout there. We'll see if they take one shot at the end zone after that lovely play. They got Marvin Jones up to the 20-yard line. They might take one shot. They might not.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 37. Butker's kick here is good. And the lead.
Nope, they'll settle for the field goal right away. Harrison Butker putting it up and through, no problem. 10-0 Buccaneers. 7 seconds left for the Packers to do anything with it, but ultimately probably won't do anything. So we'll see you on the other side of the half.
Time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense heading back for one final
4 seconds on their own 26. I suspect this will just be a run play.
Anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. And with time running short here, they'll simply take it.
Better yet, the kneel down.
For half number 1. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour.
Yep, as we suspected, Packers kicking off to start the second half. So Buccaneers getting the 3 points before half was good. Touchdown would have been more impactful, but either way, they control the ball now. And the ball is the program.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more.
Big boy ball out of Brady to the sideline. I think that's complete. Odell? Yes, Odell Beckham indeed. Big play up to the Packers 34 right away.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first
Just got in front of Eric Stokes and never looked back.
They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards.
Gus Edwards on some ice skates there. Weird animations, but 4 yards on the rush.
Once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now Brady. Looking for the out route, and he's got
Finds DJ Moore on that play over by the sideline on his own. Call it 5.5 yards on the catch. 3rd and inches upcoming.
And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Brady going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there.
Good stop by the Packers D there. I think that means the Buccaneers will indeed settle for the field goal. So good way to mitigate going down 3 scores here. Field goal is up and good. Butker with another one, 2 for 2 on the day. 13-0. Gibby leads over Preston.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams.
Packers coming out slinging. That's what they needed to do to get themselves back in this game. Only down 2 scores, and we're barely into the second half, so no need to panic quite yet. But you would like to see a drive result in some points, because they've yet to do that to this point.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Mahomes. That is taken in by
Good catch and toe tap by Noah Fant there. That's past midfield. That's a new set of downs. Packers up to the 41-yard line.
1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now it's 2nd and 9. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And able to break one tackle.
Good stuff after the catch by DeAndre Hopkins there. Catches the ball, breaks a tackle, and falls forward. So 3rd and inches upcoming for the Packers. It's a 3rd down, but it's an incredibly convertible one.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
Diop getting another. Lots of dudes in zone back there to stop him before he gets to the end zone, but he does charge his way forward to the 4-yard line before going down. 1st and goal for Preston's Packers. Finally threatening that end zone.
You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Jones. And the D not yielding much there.
Aaron Jones trying to run through some lads. Gets about 2 on the run. 2nd and goal upcoming from the 2-yard line.
Not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Jones again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing.
Blown up play. Stop in the backfield. Loss of 3 on the play. 3rd and goal from the 5. Still not necessarily cause for concern. Sometimes I feel like Madden just needs to get those shitty runs out of the way just to force like the play call to be a pass.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Oh, Fant is open. Gets it to DK Metcalf short of the end zone. Down at the 1, they'll call it. Looked more like the 2 to me. Oh, man. I would think that you really got to go for this one. What a weird spot. If they're going to run, don't go for it. Just kick the field goal. Oh, no. Okay, they're going for it.
Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run it with Jones.
Oh my God, Aaron Jones sneaking past the dude that was there to blow up the play in the backfield and gets tackled forward just enough to get the ball over the line. William Golston, eat your heart out. Oh, the overhead view is what we need here. Reaches out, and yeah, right there, you got the nose of the ball over. Wow, that was close. Oh, touchdown for Preston, though, off the schneid. 13-7, Gibby leads, but signs of life from this Packers offense.
The end result, touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Set to return it. Here's Moore. And out a little across the 25.
Nice little kick return out of DJ Moore, getting himself up to the 27-yard line. Anything that goes past the 25 is reason to celebrate in this Madden. So, yeah, good little piece of business there. Brady and Gibby's boys coming out for another drive. 6-point lead here. Brady in the zone at the moment. They do not have that momentum boost at the moment that gets any scores putting him in the zone, but I suspect that he got in the zone for that last touchdown. I think Brady's the only X factor on the offense anyway, so that one's better for like a team performance sort of thing. Like if the Packers got that momentum and then their offense scored, it would be a lot of people in the zone suddenly.
Now Brady. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. This has to go down as one.
First down catch by DJ Moore up to the 41-yard line, their own 41-yard line. New set of downs.
The This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. He finds his target, Beckham. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Nice catch by Odell, but it's on a comeback route, so we are down up to the 3rd and 5 now. 3rd and 5 is the situation the Buccaneers find themselves in.
How do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheap.
Packer pressure and down.
Brady holding the ball for just a little too long. Rashawn Gary gets back there, takes him to the dirt. Loss of 7 on the play. A punt will be upcoming. 4th and 12. Great defensive stop there by the Packers. This opens the door for Preston to get right back into this game. They're only down 6, taking the ball back.
I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds.
Pinion with a bad bounce on that one. Far into the end zone. Touchback for the Packers.
And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Mahomes now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams.
Devontae Adams making quick work of that field position, now up to the 35-yard line. 15-yard gain on the catch. Moving the chains.
That little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
Hit as he throws, but the pass is complete nonetheless. I think it's a loss of 1 on the play, though. Devin White getting good coverage on Devontae Adams to take him down there as soon as he makes the catch.
Because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes going
Ooh, big boy ball on Mahomes. What do we got here? No problem for D-Hop. Just reaches up and grabs it. Jamel Dean had nothing to say about it. Massive gain on the play for Preston's Packers here. All the way up to the Buccaneers 13 on that catch. Yeah, from all the way back there to now in the red zone. And Mahomes is in the zone, something to keep an eye on. I think he's got the, well, let's talk about DeAndre Hopkins getting that touchdown first. Packers right back in this shit. 13-13 now, and with the extra point, they'll now be leading. So just like that, this game has flipped on its head. Preston taking his first lead of the ball game with 40 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will put
Momentum meter is officially on the Packers' side of things now, too. Nothing active, but at least, you know. I think that's the first time the momentum meter has been pointing left this entire game. Oh yeah, my last point about Mahomes is X-Factor ability. I think he is the one where his deep ball can go like an extra 15 yards or something. So getting it with a short field doesn't do anything, but next drive, look for that to be something they try to use.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Moore now on the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 12, Brady.
God, Rashawn Gary was so close to bull rushing that guy. He had like 3 pushes, and none of them happened to work. Anyway, end of the third. Preston suddenly leading 14-13. We got a close ball game on our hands, folks.
On EA Sports. The Bucks on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12. They go screen. This is Ingram. And this will not get close to the first down mark.
Design screen on 3rd and 12 to Mark Ingram. He gets the ball and behind his blockers, but then he goes outside of them. And 2 men show up. Looks like Adrian Amos, the more important of the 2. Yeah, 4th and 6. Probably a punt here coming out of Gibby. Now Preston's in an opportunity where he can really put this game out of reach. Like a long drive resulting in a touchdown would absolutely devastate Gibby's team here. However, Mahomes does have that super long ball ability right now activated, so it would also be really cool to just see that happen.
Defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Mahomes throw pulled in by Hopkins.
Thrown to the D-Hop Adams stack right there. D-Hop coming down with it. Gets it up to the 45. D-Hop over 100 yards on the game now, by the way. 3rd and 6 upcoming, though.
Going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That's complete once again to Hopkins.
Easy pitch and catch. Hopkins shrugging 2 guys off en route to getting that 1st down. Getting the ball all the way up to Tampa Bay's 40-yard line.
Because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Shaq Barrett, 4th sack of the game. 8-yard loss on the play. And that probably takes Mahomes out of the zone. That's one way to take the wind out of the sails of a successful drive. However, it was on 1st down, so it is still very recoverable.
And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play?
They respond with a design screen that got blown up before it started. 3rd and 18. Now we're talking about dire straits.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Packers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And Thomas has it.
Yep, and that little side route to Michael Thomas, complete for 3 yards. Couldn't stop his momentum before touching the sideline. Even if he could have, I don't think he's getting 15 yards out of it. But they could have gotten a bit more to put Daniel Carlson in a better spot. But instead, they're going to take this attempt. 61-yard attempt here. Carlson missed earlier on 55. This time 6 yards more. And it's just to the right. Oh, it looked true to me, but it's hard on that angle. Man. Carlson with 2 really good shots at balls that just ended up missing. What a bummer. And great field position for the Buccaneers now, starting on the Packers' half of the field. That's the kind of play that, like, you know, you don't give your kicker a good shot, so then you miss a long one, and then the team that's down 1 gets great field position, and then they score off of it, and then you're like, why did we do that field goal? Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that, so when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 44, Brady, and bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know, this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll run on first down. It's Ingram. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Big Kitty Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys
big lane for Gus Edwards. Easy first down. 14-yard carry on 2nd and 13. Gets the first down up to the 21-yard line.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Brady now on first down. Smith catches left side. And he'll be
Johnny Smith wide open in that seam there. Getting the ball up to this 2-yard line here. 1st and goal now for Gibby's Buccaneers.
Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
I wonder if it's a run to Gus Edwards. Oh, look, a run to Gus Edwards. He does get a yard out of the play. A lot of those, like, very obvious goal line runs do get blown up in the back. That's why I make fun of them. Specifically on Madden. Obviously, they work in real life half the time or whatever. But 2nd and goal now on the 1-yard line. And this time we got a couple guys out wide. But we do have Gus Edwards, the power back, in the backfield again. He'll take the ball and get over the end zone line. No problem. Big score for Gibby's Buccaneers here late in the ball game. 19-14 at the moment. I think they might go for 2 to try to make this a 7-point lead.
A 1-yard run on first down, another one on
That's
second.
in fact what they are lining up to do. Big 2-point conversion here. It is a run, a draw play to Mark Ingram, and he will get himself over that line as well. So 8-point play here for the Buccaneers, now leading by 7. 21-14 it is. Gibby now leading Preston with 5 minutes left in the game. I hate to say I told you so, but yeah, that bad play call on that pass to Michael Thomas, and then the long field goal attempt gave the Buccaneers a short field, which resulted in a touchdown and 2-point conversion. So that is how you swing a game by, 11 points? Could have been a 4-point lead, now it's a 7-point deficit. Tisk. LaFleur.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And his throw here is incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a
Packers looking like they don't want to be outdone here. Big catch to Michael Thomas for a new set of downs up to their own 48. So nearing midfield here. 4 minutes, clock is ticking.
Need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter.
Quick hitter, maybe even an RPO to Davante Adams. With the catch, the momentum, and the falling forward, that's a 9-yard gain on the play. 2nd and 1 upcoming now into Buccaneers territory.
Keep it himself to run it or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Misdirection on that play. DeAndre Hopkins ends up getting it, and then what looks like Jamel Dean punching him in the face. That hit was funny. 1st and 10 though. Under 3 minutes now. Clock still ticking, but the Packers now up to the Buccaneers 37-yard line.
You make some adjustments. You often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Another nice catch. Michael Thomas, 9 yards on the catch, it looks like. 2nd and 1 upcoming. Drive keeps going. This might bring us to the 2-minute warning, though, which means suddenly we got to get our asses in gear, and we might be on overtime watch. I'm getting ahead of myself a lot on the overtime watch call, but, you know, that's kind of how these things go.
You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Going for it all.
Hit as he throws. Oh, and nails the goalpost. Okay, no harm, no foul on the incompletion. Stops the clock. 3rd and 1. Minute 54 remaining.
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation...
It is in the Packers' best interest to have this clock as close to 0 by the time they scored the touchdown, though. Complete to DK Metcalf. That is to the 21-yard line. New set of downs upcoming.
I'm starting to wonder here, are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Mahomes.
Oh, barely throws that ball out of reach of the defender, and Davante Adams snags it. Gets it all the way up to the 1-yard line. 1st and goal upcoming. Clock still ticking. We're in the 1:15 ballpark of time left. This is where it's like a weird thing, because it's like, yes, you're on the 1-yard line, but you also need to make sure you score. They're going to still go no huddle and just go full send. I respect the play call. Nothing open. Throw that. Oh, finds a guy. Oh, but he drops it. Who was that? Aaron Jones. No, sir. The presence of Sean Murphy Bunting alone was too much to handle. So Aaron Jones dropping the easy touchdown, but at least it stops the clock, and it's still 2nd and goal on the 1. So I think that's the first actual reset of personnel since the last 3 plays or so. Oh my gosh, he either overthrew the fullback or underthrew Davante Adams, but it looks like he was on the ground, so he was probably hit as he threw. But that was an I formation play, so that was spooky. All right, 3rd and goal. This is obviously 4-down territory, so they're still on the 1-yard line. Still got 2 downs to work with. D-Hop, yup, he was wide open over the middle. There it is, pitch and catch, DeAndre Hopkins getting the ball in the end zone, no problem. Preston's team 1 point, an extra point short of drawing even here with 54 seconds left in the game. Now we're on overtime watch.
That extra point is now to Gibby.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play.
Looks like Gibby's team's play calling like they're perfectly happy just going to overtime. That's a little shocking considering they have 3 timeouts and Tom frickin' Brady. But hey, Madden AI does Madden AI shit. Watch this be a big pass play and then they change their tune and instantly call a timeout. Ah, the check down. Boo. And it's out of bounds, so now we'll never know what they're thinking.
After a gain of just a yard, they'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it 3rd down. Now it's Edwards.
The give-up run.
And they will get the
oh, now they call a timeout after getting the first down.
A more pressing factor. Now the Bucs going to use the first
okay.
of their timeouts.
I mean, with 2 timeouts, this is doable to get in field goal range. I don't know if they're going to try, though.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Brady. Gets this to Moore. And he'll be taken down after a gain.
Okay, yeah, you got to keep trying. I mean, shoot, you're at your own 46. What do you need to get to? Like, they're 38, and you've got what? Harrison Butker, one of the higher-rated kickers in this game. This is doable, like a 15-yard completion and then a field goal attempt. This is not impossible.
Back to throw, Brady.
Whoa. Bounces it off Eric Stokes. But falls incomplete, so that's a clock stoppage. 8 seconds, 1 timeout left. Like I'm saying, you just need a 15-yard catch and a timeout, and then you are in field goal range to win this in regulation.
You're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Now Brady.
Yo, you got to do it soon, though. They're doing the Hail Mary. Oh, but it's in the end zone. Falls incomplete, so we will indeed go to overtime. That was kind of piss poor play calling, in my opinion. That should have really been planned for the field goal, but hey. This is Madden AI we're talking about. It's not good with the nuance. It's hard to program nuance.
Okay, so in the past,
So Packers have won the toss. They will choose to receive. So Preston starting with the ball. Touchdown here wins it. Field goal or punt or turnover. We continue on.
And after both teams get a possession, then we're into
here we go, overtime.
First team to score wins the game.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. The temptation
Incompletion on 3rd down, so not the start to the overtime drive they wanted. This will likely end in a punt, and then we are now in sudden death territory. Gonna need to see one hell of a boot here out of Boriquez. Is that who their punter is? Boriquez? I'm mispronouncing this horrifically, I know it.
Boriquez on to punt as he gets it away. Here's more on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see
good start to the drive here for Gibby's Buccaneers. Gus Bus rolling forward. New first down.
Now a run with Edwards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They picked up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
What can Brady do now with his drive? And a dangerous throw there.
Huge break up there by Devondre Campbell on the 3rd down pass attempt. 4th down upcoming. Likely punt from Gibby's side. Packers defense doing Mahomes a solid. Doing Preston a solid.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. $35 yards that time on the punt. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
Big stop by the Buccaneers defense there. 2nd and 12 upcoming. As a reminder, the overtimes will just keep rolling into multiple overtimes. It is exhibition mode. They do end with a winner. Big pass to DK Metcalf there for about 11. 3rd and 1 upcoming.
They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
To throw on 3rd and 1. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And he is going to have a
completion to a former IRL Packer, Jay Sternberger, who ended up on this team by complete chance when doing the tight end filler process. But coming up clutch in overtime here, catching that ball. New set of downs here. Packers keep on rolling. Threatening midfield is also threatening field goal territory, and that's completion to Noah Fant, getting him past midfield. So Packers now into Buccaneers territory up to the 45. This currently looks to be the best shot at a score that we've seen all overtime.
Because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't it?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage.
A 4-yard run that normally would feel inconsequential, this time feels very important, getting the ball up to the 41-yard line now. Trying to get in range for Daniel Carlson. Reminder that he narrowly missed both a 55 and 61-yarder, both in this direction earlier in the game, if I recall. I like how the time has also progressed from afternoon to now evening here at the field. That's a nice touch. But, yeah, every yard they can get for Carlson. Yeah, what was it? 55 is on the 38-yard line, so if they can get to the 35 even, that's so much better for Carlson. Runs into a wall, the 38, so the 55-yard attempt is going to come and rear its ugly head yet again. Missed this one wide right earlier, but it definitely had the distance. Let's see if Carlson can redeem himself from this distance right here, right now. Tampa Bay taking the timeout to ice the man. Gotta do what you can do. I feel like icing the kicker only really affects users. I feel like computers hit field goals the same way when they're iced, but, you know, still gotta do it. Here it is.
As this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. This to win it in overtime. And this one is no good.
Absolutely shanked it left. You hate to see it. So Gibby's Buccaneers going to take over at their own 45, which is pretty damn good field position here. Man, just an unlucky night for Carlson from distance tonight. I know that's really tough distance in Madden, so I'm not going to give him too much guff, but you would think he would have hit one of those.
Throwing to start the drive, Brady. And finding the tight end Hooper. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy...
What I'm trying to say is real life Daniel Carlson would have hit at least 2 of those. But, you know, it's Madden. Don't hold it against the player, hold it against the Madden player.
To throw again on second down. Brady. And he's got the hook up to
Adrian Amos almost getting in between the ball and the man, but DJ Moore does take that catch down. Passing midfield, 3rd and 2 upcoming into Packers territory at the 47. This is a very important 3rd down attempt. If they get stopped by the Packers here, that might be a punt. And if not, they're threatening a field goal. Completion, Austin Hooper up to the 40-yard line. And now we're just trying to get in range for Harrison Butker, which we might even be in range already.
Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe
3-yard gain from Mark Ingram up to the 37-yard line. Already in better field position for the field goal than the Packers gave to Carlson. Another down, or another 2 downs for them to play with here to try to get either chip shot range or at least 7 yards closer. Ooh, big lane for the Gus bus. Taking that one up to the 30, a new set of downs. Buccaneers are in the driver's seat here. This is nearing automatic range for Harrison Butker, so Packers need to hope for a turnover soon.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Get your big hitters out. Get your hit stick out. Smack the shit out of Gus Edwards when you see him with the ball. No, a soft tackle again. 10 more yards. A new first down as well, up to the 20. The clock is going to continue to... I mean, the clock is irrelevant, but... Man, this is Buccaneer ball, and they're not going to fuck around anymore. They're going to go for the field goal here. There's the timeout from the Packers. Got to ice the man, because you got to. But 37-yard attempt here for Harrison Butker. This should be as much of a chip shot as you're going to get.
Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This to win it in overtime.
The ball is up, and it is good. Congratulations, Gibby, on the Fivals victory. Commiserations to Preston. But that was a hell of a game on both sides of the ball. Could have gone either way. And that's what we want to see in these playoff matches, especially the ones that are the end of a bracket. That was a hell of a game. Anyway, I'll let the end of game stuff play for a bit, and then I will take a look at the stats, and then we'll take a look at the bracket. All right, taking a look here. Quality performance out of both quarterbacks. Decent ratings, at least. 2-1 touchdown to interception for Mahomes. 1-0 for Brady. 387 yards out of Mahomes. So Brady with a rather pedestrian outing, actually, now that I look at it. Running-wise, Gus Bus was pretty solid. 6 yards per carry and the touchdown. Aaron Jones with a touchdown as well, but otherwise nothing to really write home about for anyone else on the ground. Through the air, DeAndre Hopkins, 8 for 127 and 2. Devontae Adams for 7 for 95. My tongue just stopped moving for a second there. DJ Moore, 975 and 1. Solid game overall. Sacks, we had a plethora, especially on the Tampa Bay side of things. Shaq Barrett getting 4 on his own. Rashawn Gary, Kenny Clark, and then back to the Buccaneers with Vita Vea each getting 1. And then, of course, that Antoine Winfield Jr. interception early in the game. So many of these pieces ended up being, like, just enough to be the difference. Like, there were, 3 missed field goals? Let's look at that. 0 for 3 for Carlson on field goals. So, yeah, 3 missed field goals. Like, in his defense, they were all super long attempts. It was 55, 61, and 55. So, shit was hard, especially for Madden. But, any of those field goals hits, any of the first downs or, plays leading up to those field goals to get them closer, that interception doesn't happen on that really promising drive in the first quarter for the Packers. Any of those things going right would have changed the outcome of this game. But that's not what happened. So, Gibby, to the victor go the spoils. Gibby taking down the Fivals bracket with a 24-21 victory over Preston. Preston taking second place here, so Gibby will have 5th option as to where to draft this year. Preston with the 6th option. And, of course, the rest of this bracket is Jacob, then myself. So, That'll do it for the actual action today. I'll take a look at the main bracket one last time. We've got 2 more match days coming up. First is going to be Joe and Adam in the 3rd place match, and then, of course, our Super Bowl, Sprite and Colin. Fun fact, which I don't think is necessarily something to be put into action for strategy, but the teams that had their own defense's quarterback, so the Cardinals with Kyler Murray and the Buccaneers with Tom Brady, so far have only lost to each other right here. Colin 3-0 to this point and playing Sprite in the final. Gibby lost to Colin and then won out here. So, something to think about. I don't know if that actually is actionable, but, you know, it's fun to I forget the term. It's like theorycraft, I think. Yeah, that's the nerd term. Anywho, that's going to do it for us today. We'll see you next time on Match Day 19 with Joe and Adam playing the 3rd place match. But thanks for tuning in, and have a great night. I will hit the group me on whenever that match is going to happen. All right, toodles.